How you came about with title of show?
Well, title show started 4 years ago at New York Music Theater Festival. Had a run off there, and then I had a run off Broadway.
Yes.
And then we moved to the Lyceum Theater and opened on Broadway July 17th, and that's our new home.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks, Corinne. Thank you.
I mean, it's your fantasy, right?
It has. It's been a dream, and I mean, we always say it's only a dream to be on Broadway, but with our best friends and doing something we created and that we love so much.
That's great. Well, what's your favorite now? Do you have a favorite point of the show?
I think I do. There's a couple, but one I always think about is Heidi Blickenstaff sings a beautiful song called Way Back to Then at the end of the show. And the rest of the cast, my castmates, Jeff Bowen and Susan Blackwell and I are just sitting on the stage watching her sing this beautiful song, and that kind of has one of the big themes about what the shows are. So I think that's one of my favorites. She's a beautiful singer. I love it. I love it.
That's great. So when you were, how old did you know that you wanted to do this?
Pretty early on, I think. I mean, we had cast albums in my house, and I loved all that. I didn't know you could make a living out of it necessarily, but I knew that's what I loved. And then in high school, I did high school plays and musicals, and kind of got the bug
What
there.
were you in high school?
Oliver, Pippin.
Really?
A funny thing happened.
Were you Pippin?
I was Pippin.
I could see you as Pippin.
I was, and so I had an amazing high school program, and that really kind of just solidified mine. I went to high school in Atlanta, Georgia. So Southern boy.
That's nice.
But now, 15 years in New York.
Where did you go to college? Did you go to Emory?
I went to Webster University in St. Louis, Missouri. Webster University, and Norbert Butts went to Webster. He's fancy, and there's a lot of great graduates from there. But I got a BFA in music theater from that program.
Oh, that's wonderful. When did you graduate from?
1993.
Oh wow, you're so young.
Ding. Yes, in '93, and then been in the city about 15 years now. So.
Do you have a before title show? Like you said, you were in Pippin. Was there a musical that stands in your mind? Like for me, Pippin.
Well, actually, that was one of them. That was something I loved. I loved the album. I loved the Chorus Line album growing up, and then of course any kind of Oklahoma, any of the Rodgers and Hammerstein stuff. I loved it all, And then a little bit when I was in high school, I was an '80s kid, so I rocked the mega musicals. I like Cats, and I like Les Mis.
You
and all
like
that
Cats?
stuff. We do like Cats. It's a title show secret. We all kind of loved it, but I did because it's kind of weird and experimental. And I was at an age where I came to the city and saw that original cast. So
you saw with Betty Buckley?
Saw Betty Buckley.
Me too.
Amazing.
She's incredible.
Amazing.
She really is.
Yeah.
Memory is such a beautiful song.
Please, it was great. She's amazing. And I saw her in Mystery of Evan Drood. I mean, she was a huge influence when I would come in out of the city and see these shows. So she's kind of one of my idols. Yeah.
I've seen all your webisodes, and that's fantastic. And
thanks. We put up the title show on YouTube. Title show.
Very, very, very big.
We use that as just two things: to market the show, to help the journey come to Broadway, and also to continue to collaborate with my friends. I mean, we liked being in the room and creating together, and that was just another medium to explore kind of all that creative energy.
That's great. And you've been friends with Barrett Foa for a really long time.
Barrett is
Everywhere I see you, you're with. I'm surprised Barrett wasn't here.
I know he's in LA, so he's been a fancy Hollywood star. So
is he? What is he doing?
He's just out there, taking meetings and doing his thing. So I always think you'll see Barrett on TV in about 3 seconds. So, but he's a dear, dear friend of mine, and special guy, and super talented.
He is. Did you ever try to be in Avenue Q? I could see you.
I never
in that show as
did,
Rod,
but it's one of my favorite shows. It genuinely made me laugh out loud, and I've seen the show probably 5 times, and a lot of different casts and stuff.
Right.
I actually love that show, and I saw Barrett do it a number of times.
Yes,
and
he's great.
So it was great. I love it.
Me too. It's one of the better shows. I love it.
It's just so funny. It's absolutely laugh out loud funny and smart, and it's got a heart,
It
and
does.
it's a good, interesting story. I remember when I saw Jeff Whitty win that Tony in that show, we kind of just started writing title of the show, and when I saw those guys win Tonys and kind of that show got accepted on Broadway, it really moved me that there's room for kind of this younger generation of funny, smart musicals, and it really inspired me.
That's great. Well, how did you meet them? Did you meet Barrett? Did you know Barrett before?
I met Barrett through title of show, and he came out to the Vineyard to see it. I met him, and fast friends ever since.
That's great. Well, did you meet him at the Vineyard? Did you meet him
at the Vineyard? Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, no, because
I've long been a fan of his work. I knew him probably through Godspell and Avenue Q and on, so I knew him through that.
Did you see him in his little show off Broadway where he played an angel?
I did not see Cupid and Psyche, but I remember that was like in the zeitgeist a little bit. I remember like
he was incredible.
It was like R&J was down that space, and Cupid and Psyche, and all those things too.
That was the first thing I ever saw Barrett in, and I said when I saw that show that this man is going to be a star.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He is, but so are you.
Oh, thanks.
And I saw you in the Vineyard, and I hope to see it soon. You know.
I know. Come see us on Broadway. Come to the Licensed Titleist show.
Okay, thank you so
Corinne.
much.
Of course,
So
thank
fun. It's going to be forever.
I'm so glad. Thanks, Corinne.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hi, you're watching Corine'sCorner.com. So come see Title Show, and hi, everybody.